Snip. Snip, snaps. Snip, snip, snip. Oh wow, they changed the transparency on it again a little bit. I can see myself again on my chat. That's kind of cool. I like that. Do. Hey, old folks. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Cosmos World. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're making some collars that still need to get done from the last stream. I spent most of my day packing up for this weekend shows. Sent my one crew off to where are they even headed right now? Just finished up at KatsuCon. Now they head to Connuga, and I'm doing First Squared up in Milwaukee this weekend. So yeah, it's been a crazy day, but finally made it here. Finally doing some leather work, which is great, and then be able to share some time with y'all. A little later than I wanted to be, but that's okay. Like we'll get there. So yeah, putting some hardware in these things. Hopefully everybody's doing good today. Enjoying hopefully warmer weather now. I'm starting to feel a little bit of it here. I think it's gonna be warming up all week, so hopefully for my load in tomorrow at First Squared, it's gonna be decently warm. I know this last weekend I was at Pancakes and Booze event in Chicago, and it was pretty cold down there, but it's okay. Nivy, yeah, I remember you. You've been on my streams quite a bit, actually. Good to see you. So yeah, aside from that, yeah, we got sales on right now. Pride items are going to be on sale throughout the entire month of March. We have a whole bunch of new products that we're working on, making some hell of a hounds today on stream, so that's exciting. And yeah, any of you, if you're not really aware, to support us as small business and creators, you are welcome to join our club Pawstar. So for the price of a cup of coffee per month, you can get 5 or 10% off your orders, both in booth and at on Pawstar.com, as well as 7-day early access to new products and also exclusive content just for Club Pawstar members. So definitely very cool to do. Kirito-san, I've seen you before, I think. Hello, welcome to the stream today. Yeah, we're finishing off on the rest of these cage collars that we're making, and then we're going to be on to making some hell of a hound collars. Where are y'all located, asks Mama's Adventures. We are located in Uptown Racine, Wisconsin. It's north of Chicago, south of Milwaukee. 289 likes. Oh, thank you. Appreciate. So yeah, so we're kind of in Midwest. We do travel to conventions and trade shows all over the U.S. So lots of different shows for us to get to. Crafty Furry, hey, welcome to the stream today. Yeah, we're finishing off making some collars today. Got a whole bunch of new fun stuff that we're working on too. I just finished off a new Rogue Cage collar. We got Therian masks now that we're getting from Chaos Costumes, so that's exciting. So a lot of really cool stuff. What is y'all's favorite convention that you've been to? For me, lately, I think Further Confusion out in San Jose. That was my favorite one, because I've not been out there in a hot minute. And to see that people were coming by the booth and are like, "You Pawstar? Are you like the Pawstar?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, definitely is." So it was really fun and inspiring for me to see. Old Otakon, yeah, I miss old Otakon too, Kuro. Gen Con, Crafty Furry. Yeah, Gen Con is like my favorite for the year because, like, you know, they say best 4 days in gaming, and like they're not wrong. Like, I really like Gen Con a lot. We've been there for a long time now too. So, Racing Man, hey, my day is going good. It was quite a bit of time-sensitive work because I was trying to get everybody packed up. Like, my part was to get all the leather unpacked from the last show, which was KatsuCon, and then distributed and repacked along with new stuff for these 2 shows. So we're double booked this weekend, so it's super tight time schedule for us to get them out the door, but did it. And then for tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to be packing in for First Squared up in Milwaukee. Soon to be Miss Scroggins. Are you ready for Connuga this year? Yeah, they just left maybe an hour ago to get on the road because I guess there's some weather or some flooding in Kentucky. So we had to make sure to give them a little bit extra lead time just in case. Are you doing any Michigan shows, asks Mama's Ventures. Yeah, we do Youmacon. We're probably going to make it over to Grand Rapids Pride this year. And then seeing maybe we can do Motor City FurCon. We would try if we can. Banana Gator. Yeah, this is, yep, this is, what is this? Our friends, due to Sorbet Jungle, this is Crocanana. It's Crocanana. Yes, they're a really fun shirt. I like their stuff. See if I missed anything. Oh, Soda Pop. I missed you, Soda Pop. Hey, welcome to the stream today. And Princess 15. Hey, welcome to the stream today. Yeah, I'm finishing up on these last collars we were working on the last show. Racing Man, awesome. Sounds like a lot of work you need to do in a hurry. Yeah, it's kind of how it is right now. A little touch and go with getting stuff done, but we'll get there. It's like, been doing this for 22 years, so it's like, you know, that's just kind of how it is sometimes. Like, come May, it's going to get super busy because we have, like, shows every weekend, and they're all, like, medium to large every single weekend, so it's going to be a lot, but we'll get there. Let's see. Princess would miss a stream. Oh, thank you. Average Luffy Lover. We'd be at Kineticon 2025. We don't know if we're gonna do Kineticon. We have done it in the past, but I don't know if it's gonna be on the docket for us this year. Pinky. I don't get that, but I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Tara and Blake, my love has some of their plushies. Got me a little angry Choco dog. I forgot his name. Yeah, I know. I talking about like Sorbet Jungle. Like their stuff is super cute. I really like their style and their artwork, and they're friends of ours too. Like we've been doing like the convention circuit together for like a long time. So, hey Gilly, welcome. Yeah, we're just making some collars today and kind of getting ready for upcoming shows. I said I got First Squared this weekend, so I'm super excited to be to that. It's been a couple of years since we've been there, so yeah, it'd be fun to see everybody that's local. No habla español. Sorry about that. I would like to learn a little bit more, but I'm not conversational enough to know. Oop. But yeah, so I speak a little bit. I speak English and a little bit of Japanese, and I code. You know, I do some like PHP, MySQL, JavaScript, HTML5, etc. So yeah, no. Aside from that, yeah, not a whole lot. It's like I work a lot, so usually that takes up most of my day. So any of my news in life is usually like work news. We do have shows where now we're talking a lot more about Feral by Pawstar and getting our new brand up and running. So that's like all like Pawstar gear, but like Ren Fair themed. So that's coming out, and I've been practicing on like my drumming, because I do like taiko drumming and stuff for that. So maybe putting on like an act for that. But of course, like without my troupe, it's just me doing it. So it's kind of different. I did like develop a bit of a different show for it, for, you know, a one-person show instead of like a group of people doing the same thing. So Wolf, welcome Wolf, an anonymous runaway, welcome. I've seen you before, you've been on my streams. Welcome back. Hey Foxy Warrior, welcome. Yeah, we got a lot of really both fun shows as well as like new products for everybody too. So yeah, always my best to try to make everybody, help everybody to, you know, realize their best selves, and, you know, maybe find something new out about themselves, and, you know, have a fun way to do cosplay and stuff. So I'm all for it. Let me go shopping, get some spikies here. Tree spikes, that's empty. I need to get some of my cone spikes, 2-inch, and these 2-inch. These long boys. Hey meow, and Therian, hello Therian, welcome. Anonymous Runaway, you're always there, excellent. Foxy Warrior, I'm doing pretty well, Foxy, thank you for asking on this Wednesday. It's been kind of, my head's kind of spinning, honestly. It's been a lot of me just like trying to run around, get everything coordinated for the weekend, but so I'm a little bit flustered at the moment, not gonna lie, but, you know, we'll get there, it's all good. Translate this from ASMR. Let's see what we got. They'll let me. Oh, I think it's very, very laggy. You gonna be heading there today? Heck yeah. Oh, did they buy? Yeah, no, we make collars, like we make the ears and the collars and stuff, but the shirt is just Sorbet Jungle, so they're Crocanana shirt. Yeah, I know some of my friends are already there and enjoying kind of just, you know, setting up and getting themselves settled in for the show, so that's nice. got your badge finally. It did break though. Oh no. Yeah, you'll get there. I'm still waiting to eventually commission myself a Sona badge. That'd be really cool. I see people walk into the booth with theirs. I'm always so inspired by it. So, you know, I'm really always excited to see other people's badges and, you know, the people that make them. Maybe eventually I'll get one. I'd like that for sure. So yeah, I got 3 more collars to go and stamp these, and then this project will be done. So yeah, this is me finally getting into leather for the day. Like I said, it's always like the last thing in my day, and I would always like it to be the first thing in my day because I always want to like craft and create. But unfortunately, I got too many other things to do to keep me from really getting into it earlier. But that's okay. Isaac, welcome to the stream. Hello. Wolf, I want to get fursuits, but they're way too expensive. Yeah, they are really pricey. I would like to have us maybe make where we can have the Pawstar fursuit at some point. It's going to take some R&D to get there, but at some point, when we have the bandwidth to do that, I would definitely like to be able to offer the Pawstar head-to-toe look. Because right now we do partials, right? So we got like paws and foot slippers and ears, foot covers, arm sleeves. But we don't do like bodies, like anything like torso, legs, or head. We don't do any of that in this moment. But that's something that we would like to maybe get into at some point for sure. But yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty decent Wednesday. They're over there cutting stuff for Darkstar Fusion restocks, and we're getting some really cool new embroidery stuff going on. Oh, we did make an Omni Pride tail. I think someone was asking us on the last stream for that, so let me go nab that quick so I can show you what that looks like, as well as our, I think these guys. There's a little clip-on boy, and then we just don't need to do some embroidery on first. So this is like our lunar collection with like symbol coming back and stuff. Making your first is expensive like a Ryzen 9000 PC, maybe. It depends. Like if some of those video cards can get real pricey. I know fursuits can too. Like none of them are cheap endeavors. I mean, generally, like you get what you pay for a lot of that stuff too. So like the quality crafters that have, the techniques to make some of the like suits with like integrated cooling and like really cool like eyes and electronics, like that stuff is really impressive. It takes a lot of engineering to do that. But once again, it's like on the same scale as people that used to make automobiles before, they were really made in a more of a factory process, is that, they'd be extremely expensive because you're making them one suit at a time. It's just like a very high level art project versus, if you get like a base form factory, it's like, build it on and make options. That's kind of how we would probably approach it more. Obviously the quality is still there, but you were able to take advantage of, having some amount of modularity to them, right? Your suit's 23K. Yeah, I believe it. Some of these things can be like buying a car, pretty much, which that's crazy to think, but that's, there's a lot of work to go into them, for sure. Marilyn, I live the furry dream through Eddie. Their suit Blix is so comfy. Yeah. No, it's like for doing fursuiting and stuff like that, I think that's super cool. And like whenever I go to furry cons, they have like the parade, and seeing how many people have, in each one of the Sonas, they're all unique, they're all individual. So just seeing everybody kind of running through, it's a lot, and it's like people's creativity is very inspiring to me too. So I'm always a fan for it. Yeah, for me, I think, though I would like to fursuit a lot, I'm really more excited about the Therian masks and really getting like a Therian fox mask with like my head to toe look, for sure. What's my favorite fruit? I think I probably would have to say like raspberries or strawberries for sure. Any of those, the raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, like they're really sweet. They're really good. I like either like kind of pairing them with like a charcuterie, like a fruit plate, like fruit cheese plate, or I eat them with yogurt and stuff lately. How about y'all? What's all your favorite fruit? Team mango? Yeah, you do like the mangoes. Of course, you get them with, they're all pre-peeled for you, so I get it. Like peeling a mango is kind of a pain in the butt, so I get it. You want to go to a furry con? What furry con would you like to go to, Wolf, if you were going to go to one? For me, I go to Midwest Fur Fest. That was my favorite, I think. Who was it that said MFF was there when they wanted to go to? Back here, I have to scroll for a minute. Soda Pop said MFF for sure. Yeah, no, that one's like, for me, it's my first furry con I ever went to, so that's got a special place in my heart. But aside from that, I would say FWA Furry Week in Atlanta was really, really fun when I went. I've always wanted to go to Megaplex. I've heard really cool stuff about that, but I've never been there. Did make some strawberry and raspberry and blue raspberry jello shots. Was that for Fur Squared? Better watch out if you're gonna be coming around with that. They're messy. Yeah, no, mangoes are super messy, for sure. You go like to really any furry shows. I guess they're all over the United States and are all over the world in different capacities, depending on where you're at. What would be your closest furry con? Have you done any research in that? Jello shots with your name on it. All right, maybe when Dealer Room closes, so I can not not try to be on the struggle bus trying to sell to people, but not necessarily opposed. I'm sure Kuro will probably be a little more amicable than I am. Wolf, you live in Canada. Oh, there are some up in Canada. I have to research the names of them. They're ones that are on our list too, because we are looking to actually hit some international shows this year. There's not quite as many, and there's those smaller, but they still do exist. And I know that a bunch of the furries that come down to Anthrocon and Midwest Fur Fest, I know a bunch of those are Canadian furs. So, yeah. New batch is good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would maybe go with one, but since I don't have a lot of card normally, that would hit me a little bit hard. But I don't know. I do a certain amount, not like too many. Did they send me a puppy? Aw, thank you, Pikachu. Little puppy emoji. That's cute. I like that. So yeah, I got a few more of these. Yeah. No, it's like we all have our different ways to recreate, so. I like to run a lot, actually. I can't wait till it starts warming up outside so I can go running again. It's been a hot minute, so. You gonna see which one is the closest? Yeah, for sure. There's furrycons.com, I think. They have a list of all of the cons that you can go and see. Like there's that one, and there's animecons.com for like the same list, but for anime cons. So you'll be able to find out what's your local show, so you can check those out. All right, I am like 2 pieces shy, maybe 3 pieces shy, because this one I don't like the way it looks. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. So I'm just gonna go over to my press and get 2 pieces. They include the sticker and bracelet. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, we always add in extra pieces where we can, for sure. Pikachu, oh, thanks. I like the rainbow flag. They're cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, I need to get some pieces here that I can click out some of my straps. So I'm gonna go shopping in our scrap bins. Like obviously we try to be as efficient as possible and use all the scraps we can. So now I gotta go over to my clicker and make these pieces here. Okay. But no, it's super cool that everyone's showing up today. I'm really happy to be able to share some time with y'all and do some creative crafting and chitty chat a little bit. Obviously, you know, for me, even if I'm not feeling it, I still try to, you know, the main thing is like just show up, right? And it's like eventually, you know, we'll all get where we want to go. But in the meantime, even if you're having a day or, you know, we all got stuff going on in life, like I get it. But, you know, I'm not going to give up. You know, it's going to keep showing up, doing the thing, and, you know, doing my part to make the world the way that I want it to be, right? And that takes a lot of effort on everyone's part. So the way I'm doing it is through making products and accessories that allow people to express themselves, you know. And whether you're someone who's in the cosplay community, or you're just doing like, you know, kimono Mimi, you're just wearing ears and tails, or you're Etherean, or you're a furry, like that's great. You know, that's what we need. We need more variety of people too, because that was what makes a healthier world for everybody. So I'll keep doing my part. As long as y'all keep doing your part, we can all make a better world together, right? You'd have to go a long way for your furry con? Heck, sorry to hear that. Well, I mean, if you make it where like that's something you really want to go to, it's like, you know, you save up and then you go to where you're gonna go. Found out why your package took so long. Oh, well, at least you got it. Yeah, I saw that you posted it. Did it turn out kind of like how you had it in your mind? Oh, you live in Wyoming. That's not too bad. There's Forever West. That's in Laramie. I don't know how far you are from Laramie, but we did that one last year. But we try to get all around. Hey, Tyler, good to see you. No, I saw you. People had messaged me and stuff, and so people have messaged me from like yesterday, whatever. Like, I apologize. Like, I've been so busy with trying to get like the other show wrapped up, and then this show, and I've been kind of overwhelmed, to be honest, on my end a little bit. So thank y'all for your patience as I get back to you on that stuff. Just trying to work. I had to order another one with a slight modification. That's fine. Yeah, I've got the design still digitized from last time, so you know it's not a big deal to make some mods. The flipping it over and spraying it that always takes a little bit longer, but you know, because I have to kind of fan angle the artwork to get it to do what I want it to do. But I get it. Not too bad. Your family doesn't like furries or Therians, and you're a Therian? Oh, that's sad. Yeah, it would be nice if families are a little more supportive too for people's interests. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, and it's not harmful in any way. It's just you know, wanting to express the things that you like and be interested in the things you're interested in. You know, none of it is as bad. It's just the people that don't understand it. Like, oh well, I don't understand it, so I'm not going to allow you to do that. You know, like obviously we fully support people's right to be able to express themselves in whatever way they feel is fit to them, as long as it doesn't harm anybody else in the process. And being a furry or a Therian does not. You know, it's just you being yourself. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's you being yourself. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. My Therian, yeah, Therian and furry. You boy or girl liked. So I guess about me then. My name is Kitsu Noir. My pronouns are they, she. The meat suit you see here, those tattoos and stuff, that is a boy meat suit, but there's a girl in here. So that's what you got. I'm Polly and Pan, and that's about me. You live with your grandma and grandpa? Oh yeah, for now. Yeah, you'll get there eventually. Like, you just need to get a little more time to be able to go and do the things you want. Like when you turn 18, and like strike out on your own and do stuff, like that'll change for you. You know, you can be able to do your own things. A little two lines, the base of them broke off, they can be made thicker. Yeah, no, I was wondering about that. I might actually widen that a little bit. No big deal. I can fix that. So in the meantime, you know, just hang tight. Just, you know, continue to find and build community where you can, and, you know, try to associate with the people that are aligned with the things you're interested in, so you at least have community there until the time that you can go and express that on your own. You'll get there. You know, we'll all get there. I was lucky enough that my parents were very supportive of my ideas and, you know, wanting to go and, you know, be an entrepreneur and make a business. So I was fortunate in that, whereas I know a lot of people that maybe do have the propensity to that, you know, maybe their families aren't as supportive, which, it's not super heartening to see. Then there's the people that they are. Tell you furry fursuit? Yeah, Therian and furry, I would say at this point. Like, it's the more like I think about it too. Like, I didn't really have a name for that back when I was a kiddo. I just was, you know, the way that I was, you know, whether I'd be like, well, walking around on the balls of my feet and going outside and just do like the nature scamper or whatnot, just kind of feeling wild about it. Like, yeah, I didn't really know what that was before. I thought it was just me being a weirdo, but yeah, it's me. But no, like we're super accepting of other people and their you know, their lifestyles for stuff too. Hey Dia, welcome to the stream. We're making some collars today. I'm just tightening these ones down, and we're gonna make some hell of a hound collars. Those are people's favorites. So we're gonna sew those ones down. I gotta go do some cut some leather liners. So there's some really cool stuff involved in that. So we'll get that going. We're all just hanging out other than that, chitty chatting. So it's good. We got a couple hours yet. We can still hang out. So, like I said, just hanging out here, just showing up, doing the thing, living my best critter life. Thank you, Dia. Appreciate. Well, it doesn't make it easier that I go to where I am now and your other grandparents. Yeah, so you're like in between, you know, a couple households. Maybe neither one of them are supportive of your interests, so that's hard. So, and if you can't go to furry cons, like that's obviously a place that people congregate to, and a lot of that goes on. So yeah, it's kind of a tough one for you. Just hang in there, you know, it gets better, as I can tell you, over time. So, and then when you're able to fully make your own decisions about stuff, then, you know, that obviously changes things for you. So yeah, just hang in there. Very soon we'll have the Therian masks coming out to you, so excited to share those with you when you have those. So that'll be really fun. Yeah, like this is the Anubis one. We had one of these that came back from KatsuCon, and then we're having the wolf and fox ones here soon. From KatsuCon, and then we're having the wolf and fox ones here soon. Excited for that. For parents or grandparents will come in there with their kiddos, and they got, like, you know, the Therian mask on, or they're cosplay, and they're just really helping them, you know, to support them being a creative individual. So I like that. That's good. Very good to see. All right, so I'm gonna throw some stamps on these. These will be some of the stock I'm gonna be taking with to my show. So I was able to get them done in time, which is nice, but plenty more to do. And I know we still had to get some Hell of a Hounds on deck as well, so that is what we will concentrate on next. I still want to make the cuff version for people that want to do like Bowser or Bowsette cosplay and stuff. So that's on my to-dos for sure. So I had, what, 10 of these? Cool. Not too bad to finish off these. Yeah, I feel like some days I'm definitely more talkative than others. Some days I just don't really know what to say. So having engagement from y'all is kind of nice too. Will y'all be at NFC, Nordic FuzzCon in Sweden? No, I think we're gonna miss it this year. We're trying to hit Eurofurence if we can in Hamburg. And then we maybe, I guess at this moment, we're looking at maybe some Canada Fur Cons. And then finally, I think Confurer, and I think that's in Guadalajara. We might try to hit that one up as well. So we'll see how it goes, see what time allows for us, and obviously scheduling is a thing. Around May and June, we're going to be so crazy busy with both doing prides as well as like all of our other big shows. Like I think that's going to eat up a chunk of our summer. But then, you know, once we get into like towards fall and everything, that will free us up for some more shows then too. Hi from Sweden. Oh yeah, for sure. No, I would love to go to Nordic FuzzCon though. It looks really cool, and I think that one's like maybe the second biggest international furry con, if I'm correct. I had to check the numbers on them, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm down to you know, get down to some other countries and see what that actually looks like for us. So I'm just putting some stamps on these. I got 3 to go, and then these ones are all wrapped up, which is good because I was working on these for the last couple streams, so they take a while. As I can't just use the screwdriver on them; it's got too much torque. Order from y'all recently. Can't wait to get your goods. Oh, thank you, Logan. What'd you pick up? It's kind of curious to see what people end up getting. I know the easy one is just ears, paws, tails, because those are like the quick cosplay items. You know, we do sell that, and of course leather. You know, we do sell that, and of course leather goods are always very popular too. Andy the Neko, welcome. Just stopping by because you're going back to eat your food. Well, I'm glad you're able to stop in and come say hi. Always nice to see familiar faces pass through here for sure. It helps brighten my day for sure to see you all. So thank you so much for showing up. So yeah, all right, got these ones all done, and gonna put these in the box here. A14. All right, that's boxed up, and we'll change this over. And it's gonna go into QC. Okay, that clears that out, which is great. So the next thing on our docket today is we're going to start making some Hell of a Hound collars, and I have 3 different jobs for those. There's quite a few that have been requested in this moment, so I'm going to close that one out. Some plus size chrome, plus size black, and 1 size chrome. So looks like the plus size ones I got to make 4, and 1 size I got to make 4. So we'll start with that. I have 1 blank all done for me, so that's fine. I'll just have to make the rest of them. That's fine. I'm gonna see if I can steal some strap for these. Yeah, oh, it goes. No, my assistant's been kind enough to help me out making straps lately, so I can get on to making the collars.
Finally running out of the keepers.
Are you? I know, I keep nipping out of the keepers too. Hey, Astro, welcome. How can you work here, It's gonna be, what do you have to do to get this job? For me, I had to make this job happen, but aside from that, it's kind of like a right place at the right time type of thing. We don't hire very often, just doesn't have a lot of opportunity for us to do that. But getting some crafting experience for sure, if you were looking to do some of the DIY or crafting. It's taking off. Wolf, oh yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah, so yeah, just work on your own DIY and crafting for sure. I mean, you can make your own version of this too. Like, I fully support and will happily talk shop with other people looking to get into small business entrepreneurship and making stuff. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Astro. So I guess there's nothing stopping you from doing and making a business of it for sure. I often encourage people to, because it's a very rewarding path to take. To learn about what it's like to be a small business and to, make and create things, because most people don't make things anymore. It's mostly just like importing things that are made elsewhere. So, I'm always for it and will support, people's ability to do that. What collar am I wearing tonight? So this is my standard, what was it? I made the Doomspine collar, right? So this is the one I made probably about 15, 16 years ago. Not this one specifically, like that one's in my archives. But I have like the same collar in like 5 or 6 styles. I just like the ratio of the spikes to grommets showing through. So this is a little more of one of my subtle collars. Lately, it's always been hell of a hound collars all the time. How long have you been making things for the fur community? Asked Dia. In the manner of Pawstar, which is our business here, 22 years. Making stuff, so it's been a very, very long-standing career for me now at this point to have been making things. So, yeah, we started from just basically a bolt of fabric and a sewing machine in our basement, and from there just kind of grew it into what you see today. Like, we travel around to tons of different trade shows every year all over the U.S. We're looking to do some more international shows, but it grew from like nothing. Like, we had no resources, some fabric and sewing machine, and we started on eBay and sold some stuff, and that's kind of grew from there. Obviously, it took a lot of time and effort, so much time and so much effort, over the last couple decades to get this far, but it's one of those things where it just takes persistence, and there's been a lot of stepping stones on the way, and a lot of mishaps, and like trying to figure out what it means for us to try to make a business. Like, we didn't know. I had a degree in small business administration that I got early on because I knew I was going to start going down the path of an entrepreneur. But that's about it. Like, there's been a lot of trial and error and kind of learning just by doing. So that's what it took for me to get here. So, okay, I'm slightly, so very slightly short on strap. So I'm gonna make one strap. So that we can fill it, because this strap just has some flaw on the back of it, so I can't really work for that. That's okay. So we can go and make the piece we need here. All right, here we are. Let's see what I've got. Oh, there's a piece over here that's just probably long enough for me to get my one collar out of. So this is just, yep, I'm just gonna take this one section here and we'll work with that. And already 1.5 inches. I like that. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, no, I knew I was gonna get to it eventually. How long have I been a furrier Etherean? I would think like when I was started kind of feeling like, for me, feeling like I was a critter, an animal in a human body would be when I first was thinking like that feels more correct to me, and that's kind of where I started that. Probably in like 10. Decades and decades ago now. I'm a gray muzzle. But yeah, it's a long time ago. And I just didn't really have words for it back then. They were talking about like the early 90s, 1990, 1991, when I was still like, not even, it's like a middle school kiddo, right? But I didn't really have words for that. I just like thought that was really cool. And then I found out early on there was a mod for one of the games that I was playing on my Commodore Amiga. I just told you how old that is ago. So before like regular PCs were really a thing, like the Amiga was a really good, you know, system for like gaming and like video development and stuff. So there's a game on there called Hired Guns, and there was a mod where one of your characters turned into like this anthropomorphic vixen character. I'm like, why is that so cool? I really, really vibe with this, but I didn't really know anything about the furry fandom for, you know, until a while after that. So it was very formative for me, and like, you know, internet was still dial-up back then mostly. So, you know, you just had to find out what you did, and the communities were very small. The furry fandom itself was very small. So yeah, it took a while for me to even put words to it, but it's been my whole life really. And I'm the one who gets like all the tattoos of all that, and I'm always wearing my ears and tail out in public, so I'm out and proud, you know, wherever I go. And that's good. I think it's important to help normalize that too. And also the people that are the people who are haters for that, like, well, now you saw me, and you have to come to grips with it that I exist. So good for that, good for all of us. But no, I support everybody in their want to express themselves in that way, so that's good. Hey, thanks for the follow, folks. Okay, so I got these done to size. I'm going to take these over to our clicker press, and we're going to put some holes in them for the base part of what the collars will be. So I'm going to use this one. Trusty die cut. So, but other than that, it's still been pretty cold, so I don't have a whole lot of news for other things in my life. Like, I don't have a whole lot of hobbies anymore, aside from Pawstar stuff, and, you know, I mostly, if I do anything, it's either going to be along the lines of, like, taiko drumming, or I do some flow stuff with, like flow baton, and, you know, I don't even really go out to club much anymore, because there's not really a lot going on, like the way it used to be. Looking at starting our own event space here eventually, because I feel like there's maybe opportunity for that, for a good, safe, and inclusive space for people in our community. And we're located in between Milwaukee and Chicago, so there's, I think, a lot of opportunity for that. But it's going to take a little bit of time to realize that, as I mean, I've been working on that space now. I mean, we moved in here in 2019, so that's like 6 years now, and it's still not in any condition that I, you know, would be ready to open up for a public space. But I'm hoping so. I'm very optimistic for the future for us. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Oh, hey, Jax. Welcome. Oh, let's see. So I think I missed here. Yeah, Jack, your shirt is amazing. Thank you. Yeah, this is a pastel version that they don't really sell anymore. They have other versions of the shirt, but I think in this pastel lavender, which I saw that and like I had to have it. So that's the Crocanana shirt from Sorbet Jungle, who are our friends. And then Office Chair Collective. I have no idea what you're doing, but I'm here for it. Yeah, I'm making collars. Not this one. No, it's collars today, Kuro. Yep. So putting all the pieces together for these will become Hell of a Hound collars. So they're the collar with all the big spikies on them, and they have a sewn leather liner, and they're just really fun. Definitely has become my favorite collar to wear now over time. So yeah, that's my project at the moment. Trying to get these done and wrapped up so I can have a couple extras of these to take with the first square this weekend. Because we'll be vending. If any of you are going to be around in the Milwaukee area, you can see Kuro and I vending this weekend up at the Baird Center. It's going to be kind of like downtown Milwaukee area. All right. Cool. That is all done. And so now all I need to do is add some holes into the size 2 ones and bevel them. Are they difficult to make? They are, I'd say decently difficult. I actually like making them a lot. Oh, Dia, hope you don't mind me saying, but the tail is cute and awesome. Thank you. This one here is a special one that I had made. This is like one of the early prototypes for the Fox Plus tail before we even did the Fox Plus as a style. So I was really happy to play around with some ideas and concepts, and we actually ended up making something out of it. So that was cool. So this one actually needs to have a hole put in it. Yeah, they're pretty difficult as far as leather collars go. I really do enjoy the process of it. In fact, I've gotten, I feel like, confident enough making them that I'm really wanting to start putting leather lining on a lot more of my collar styles. But of course, you know, we, as you may know, we have a huge catalog of leather products that we make. So trying to come up with enough for all of it, it's a lot. And there's only really 2 of us that make this stuff at the most. And I multitask with all the other things that I have to do, so.
And I need to learn those things.
Yeah, no, you need to get some more practice on the sewing portion of things. That's definitely, it's time and grade, you know, so just gotta practice. But no, like leatherworking is very satisfying. Is something I always wanted to do. All the leather goods. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Office Chair Collective. Yeah. Yeah, we make everything ourselves here. All our products have a lifetime warranty. We make quality products. I hate fast fashion, so you know it's my goal just to make things that you know someone's gonna love and can be able to wear for you know as long as you know as long as it's available to them. So yeah, and if it does break, then we fix them. We fix them, repair them, replace them for free. You just gotta send them back to us. Get them back to us. So yeah. And then we use a local tannery too, so it's not like we have to go far for our products. Like the leather, the hides themselves, like our hardware, we have a mix of different places we source that from, but at least the leather is locally sourced, so. All right, that one's all done. I just gotta put some bevels on these, and then we'll cut some liners for our collars, and then we get to go sew those onto the collars, so I'm excited about that. About to go stop my timers here though, because I'm timing 3 different jobs at the same time. So I'm tripling the amount of time I'm putting in it, but yet I'm not doing, I don't know. It's a thing. Let's see, Calypso, welcome. And Faye, you have so pretty hair. Thank you, I just re-dyed it. Did a little bit of bleach process at the roots, and then I was gonna go for some more monochrome in the back and purple in the front, but it just didn't turn out the way I intended it was going to.
See what the pattern on your shirt actually is. That's adorable.
Yeah, Crocanana.
Baby.
Yeah, no, Crocanana. I've had a plushie. I think my nesting partner took that when they left. But yeah, the Crocanana is super cute. Jax, are there different kinds of color leather? Yeah. So we have all the colors. Here are some of the examples that we have of the different ones. We have, you know, leather in all of the colors of the rainbow, as well as a couple different styles of leather that we use. Like I'm going to be using a thinner leather for the liners for these. So actually, let me go stop my timer here quick.
We have our newer colors.
Oh yeah, and some new colors too that we're also going to be using for ferrule. So now we're getting more of like a wine Merlot color that kind of more closely matches our fur. The idea is that we can actually mix some of the other stuff. Yeah, for greens, we have a nitro green, and I'm probably, like we did a teal for a while, and then it was gone, but I've had some people ask me about the teal, so maybe we would bring it back as well. You're curious about the leather, you're interested in tanning. Yeah, tanning is a whole process. Like, that's why whenever you separate things out, like leatherworking and tanning are pretty much 2 different skills unto themselves. Like the process of actually making the hides prepared to be used for leather and the process of actually turning the hides into finished leather products are 2 very different skills and involved, you know, for processing them. So yeah, deep forest. Yeah, we were looking at like teal, it was like a deep forest green for that. Okay. So this is the leather that I use for my liners. This is more like a plunge, like a 2 to 3 ounce, whereas the standard leather we use is like a Latigo 7-8 ounce. So this is a lot lighter of weight. It's very soft finish, and yeah, so the inside of that. So we're gonna go ahead and cut some liners now for the collars. get to hang out here and see what's going on in our other processes. We're doing some embroidery, R&D today, as well as working on, oh wow.
Well, I was just thinking we should have a BDSM.
Yeah, we can. Down. Like we have, the sky's the limit for creativity here. Jax, do you know if you can put the collars on a fursuit head? Yeah, I often have people that wear our collars for fursuits. We just use collar extenders for that. So you turn any of the collars, it's like a little 10-inch piece that goes onto it and extends it out for fursuit. Also, we do make fursuit sized collars now too. So those are available on our website, link in bio if you want to shop with us on that one. So I'm gonna place the hide in here, probably see how much I can get in one go. So I gotta cut at least 8 liners out of this. I mean, I'll be able to fit them in as how I can fit as many as possible in here without having to redo my, lay out my hide twice, right? Measure twice, cut once. Important. All right, let me put these pieces in here. Yeah, this one in particular is much easier for us to cut pieces when you don't really know what size or shape you're working with, which is really good for leather because we have, you know, the hides are so different, you know, you never really know how much space you got to work with. So it helps being able to have a way to lay out and work around any imperfections or flaws or pre-done cuts in the material. It looks pretty good. We close that up and then we'll go do a layout for that. Hey, welcome back, Tyler. Oh, did not change the artisan needle. Okay, good to know. I will check it out because I know I got to sew some collars on that. Thank you for letting me know, Vixus, because I was about to just full on go sewing that stuff and not thinking about it. Okay. Average Lofi lover. Hi again. What's the next con you're going to? I'd love to visit your booth. So this weekend we will be at Con Nuga in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I'll be at First Squared up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's like our local furry con. But we do a lot of conventions. Like if you look at our website, we have an events page that we go to so many. So you can check us out there. Oh, I got hiccups. It's not good. I need to drink some coffee. All right, so I'm gonna go through my liners here. There we go. I think these are my new ones. And I'm probably just gonna print well, I'll just do a layout for these where I lay them out here. It's a little bit quicker to do this way. All right. There we go. Bam, that's 4 of them. Cool. Okay, and then this is the longer liner. So I have a size 1 and size 2 of these. So that's a sheet of this, basically. And I'll print this out. This is gonna go into our laser, and let's go ahead and turn on our camera. See if that's working for me this morning. Hey, it is. So you can see in here, that's what the camera sees. That's where the hide is. That's that one section that that was already pre-cut out. So I'm just gonna move this one piece out of the way. There we go. It's not quite gonna fit in there, unfortunately, so maybe I'll just run it along this side and just run it over here. I don't like how that sits in there like that. We'll just cut it, not fuss about it. It's fine. All right, focus that, put on some leather liner settings. Okay, that all looks good to me. Print it, cool, love that. All right, so that was me laying out all the liners. Now we have that file in our laser over here, so you can see that. And then make sure I turn on my scrubber, because what that does, that's gonna take all the exhaust from my laser and it's gonna sequester all that. Turn on my input air as well. And there we go, we're cutting. Got all those liners, and I'm gonna sew them onto the collar. Jax, what designs are on the collars? These ones are just gonna be spikes, Jax. So they got like the big old thick spikies for the Hell of a Hounds. That's what's going to go on these. Aside from that, we do make ones where we have like plates with symbols on them. I just released a witchy one with pentacles on it, and I have an Egyptian one with like Ankhs and Eye of Horus and Ra and some Jed columns. And then we also do like biohazards and DS fusions and paw prints and stuff. So a lot of different styles that we have now, as well as making like custom work as well for them. You brought them both up. Okay. Thanks for doing that. So yeah, this is almost done. Just cutting the last side piece here. They take a minute, but they're not too bad. See if this is going to release or if I need to run a second pass on it. I think it's released pretty good. Yeah, whenever there's like a bubble, these don't sit flat in there. Sometimes they, like that part, I have to cut that, scissor cut that because there's a bubble in it. But mostly, they just peel right out, and that's my liner now. So they're doing it by laser is kind of perfect, so it gives me all the lines I need to, you know, make sure that I'm being accurate with placing stuff down. Obviously, you got to make sure stuff is quality, so, you know, it takes a little bit of R&D sometimes to make sure we can achieve that. I just have one piece here I need to nip out with some scissors. Other than that, we should be pretty good. So, yeah, just a couple cuts. And that's all I need to do on this laser, then we're all done. Done. Zoop. Okay. So that's our last one size, 4 plus size. Close this back up. And laser off, air off. Whole workroom looks awesome. Thank you, Dia. Yeah, there's a lot of different machines we use in the course of making our products. We do like to do laser cutting where possible. Obviously helps speed us up and allows us some more flexibility in making things, as well as we do machine embroidery, we do stitching here. If we do any 3D print or work with that, we often, I don't really do a lot of that more stuff here, but we have our friends Chaos Costumes help us out with a lot of the 3D work. Blair, the owner of that company, is very, very good at doing design. So like, why reinvent the wheel, honestly? So, you know, we do partner with other makers too, depending on what we're working with. So I don't really claim to be everything to every person. So, you know, sometimes collaboration is a better way to go about it. Getting kind of lower on my leather here, so I might need to go grab another hide or two of these lining hides. There we go. Starting to turn into some Swiss cheese. All right. Who we got in? Luna. Hey, Luna. Welcome. Another field trip. Oh, come over there.
No, just like to Tandy.
Oh, field trip? Yeah, no. Let's go take a field trip to Tandy and go get some leather. Show you Ethereum things? Yeah, hold on, Mochi. I'll show you a Ethereum thing. You will like it very much. I'm so ready for the Fox version of these to come out, but that's what these are for. We started making, selling these things. Chaos Costumes makes these, but we sell them as well. So these are the Anubis mask. We have the Fox one coming out as well. This guy's not doing my tattoos. I don't want it. Yeah. I do have a lot of really cool tattoos. My artist is very, very good. I've been with my current tattoo artist for about 11 years now, I think. So very, very fun. Okay, I got these. Let me get my collars. Oh, and before I get too far into this, I should probably put my skive the ends of them. And then I think that's everything I need. Oh, my tape. Yeah. So I gotta wrap my brain around getting all these things. Like, wrangle the pieces. Fox, wrangle the pieces. All right. Now we're gonna add on a little bit of time here as we work on the skivening. What would be some advice for someone starting out in the community or finding interest? So what I would recommend first, maybe go on some of the different sites that have artwork. If you don't have a Sona, maybe think about getting a fursona made up. So basically that is whatever you want it to be. So that's your unique character. So think about what animals you like to do if you already have that or don't have that. and work with that. Maybe go attend a furry con. That'd be like the next level of things. You can actually start, making some friends there. And yeah, so just go to places where furries go, whether it's digitally and hanging out in online spaces, or going with the furry con. Like furry cons themselves are super fun, and people are really chill. And there's a good group of people. I don't think I've been to one furry con I didn't like yet, so would recommend that. But yeah, just do some networking and find some friends. Get a fursona if you don't have one currently. And then if you like crafting, creating, maybe even making yourself some fun accessories too. Argentina? Let me see. Let me translate these. Send to Argentina. Oh yeah. Yeah. I would love to. I'd love to go there. I get a lot of requests for Canada, Brazil, Europe, all over the place. Singapore. I've got requests for a lot of. Like, I would love to. I'd love to see how many places we could go to.
And we mail to Argentina,
Hmm?
right? We mail to Argentina.
Yeah, no, we ship to almost, like the number of countries you don't ship to is very, very small. We ship almost everywhere. Do you need to wear heads and suits if you're going to fur cons? No, it's not required. Some people, they will wear in their fursuit around. I don't even own a fursuit, although I'd like to eventually one day. No, I normally, when I go to furry cons, I will just wear like ears and tail, but you don't even Normally, when I go to furry cons, I will just wear like ears and tail, but you don't even have to wear ears and tail. You know, you can just go and just attend as well. Often people go to fur cons and they'll acquire pieces there, or yeah, every time they go to a different convention, they'll grab a different piece of gear for their Sona and just start building the look and building the outfit. Hey Suika, welcome. Thank you for joining our stream. With all of those cage collars I was working on for the last couple days, so I'm excited to get. Of course, I've been like packing and doing other. Rose means fox. I know you're looking for something. Let's see. I should probably. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? My stream is connecting well today, but my brain is a little frazzled from having to pack and unpack in such a short order because they just got back from a show and we had to send them back to another show today, as well as get packed up for our show out in Milwaukee. It's our local furry show, so it's been a lot. Trying to walk and then wait for my. Oh, there we go. They have a fox's tail. Yes. Yeah, I have fox tail on right now. You're a bit bored, but fine. Yeah, it's like that time of year still. It's like stuff's still, picking up for the year, and it's still winter. Stuff's cold. Like, I'm not even going outside much right now, just when I have to, because it's been too flippin' cold. Yep. So I was informed I need to replace a needle in this machine, so I'm gonna do that first and see if that helps out. I guess they're having some issues with this, which is my usual machine that I like using the most. Like, this is my original one I was using back when we were still working in the basement. Working on collars today? Yeah, mostly. Oh, Dia, yes, I'm happy to answer questions anytime. So if you ever do have questions for me about us or furry fandom or conventions or small business entrepreneurship or whatever, like, I'm always happy to answer. Yeah, just like being here, just showing up, doing my part, and helping people realize their ambitions of being a fun furry critter or doing cosplay kimono mimi or whatever suits you. I'm there for it. So, I'm going to take a look. They were saying I was having some problems with the needle here, so let's see if there's anything that's strange or amiss with this too. Give it a once over, like you do sometimes. The bobbin seems good. Sometimes with the bobbin here, like if you have, you're winding them, instead of buying like pre-wound bobbins, like we wind our own here, they can be a little tricky. Like if it doesn't wind it tightly, that can cause problems with your tension. So I'll probably do a test sew on some stuff first just to see if I can see what's up with this. Because I want to be able to sew these collars today. And it's kind of important. The spring seems really loose on this though. On this bobbin case. Looser than even what I'm used to. Okay. Yeah, it seems quite loose. I'm going to give this a little bit of a tighten. I should probably get my gauge here and see if... Because I have a tension gauge I often use for like our embroidery machines, because that stuff is pretty specific for the amount of tension you got to use on them. That feels better. It's not the best, but it feels better. So that's that section of it. Tension. Don't forget to thread. Yes, you got to thread the bobbin, Kuro. That is correct. That is important. Stitches weren't right. Yeah, we'll take a look. Do you have tails like a fox? Yes. These are ones that are inside out yet, but we were making a bunch of these. And the one I'm wearing right now, this is also foxtail. That's what I'm wearing at the moment. Absolutely, Mochi. Okay, so let's see what we got for needles here. This is exciting. Now, I've never done a needle change on stream before. Looks like we're getting close to the end of these, so we should probably order some replacements, Vixus, if you're on. We'll probably take a look at that. Or we can check the other machines for these, but I want to make sure that we don't run out of these. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, there's a bit of a burr on the end of this needle. Yeah, so, I mean, you would not be able to see it from there, but that's often one of the first things you do if you've got any issues with these things. First thing, like when was the needle change last, right? So make a note, or Kuro, if you can take a look, order some needles for the artisan machine. We'll need to do that. So let's see. I got my tweezers in here. Hey, I do have some tweezers in here. Great. So I'll replace this needle here. Yeah, normally if I'm not on stream, I'm rocking out with headphones on. Big fan of audiobooks. So I tend to kind of get lost in those sometimes when I do. Like, I won't listen to audiobooks for a while, and then I'll binge them and then listen to them for like hours and hours at a time. So it really depends on where I'm at. Like, I go through stages, right, of that. So it really depends on what's going on. Okay. So I'm going to put this with the scarf to the right and the groove to the left. So that means that the bobbin, or sorry, the bobbin hook can go through and grab the thread. So we'll see how that looks. Looks pretty good. Run it through. Okay, that looks fine. For the top of the stroke, good. Yeah, not a lot of people really work on sewing machines anymore, just because it's not, people aren't making things here anymore. So the support for people like getting parts, or you know, if something's broken, getting it fixed, that's not easy to do. So if you have skills for sewing machine repair, that is very high and very high value. So. All right, I need to get some test fabric here I can play around with. This looks good. I'm gonna get some just scrappy fleece or something. This looks like a headband though. This is an actual viable piece. I don't want to sew that. I want to sew junk. I know there's some around here somewhere. That's not that. That's not this. All right, well, I'm just gonna sew the edge of this. I just need to make sure that it was there. Check back by serger. Okay. Oh, John, yeah, Joan doesn't carry those kind of needles. We need to go and order them online. Hey, welcome, Lady Prudence. I missed all that. I was just down working on changing orange fleece. Yeah, I was just changing needles and stuff. So let's see what we got over here. And oh, yep, orange fleece. Correct. Thank you, Vixus. You are correct. So this thing is definitely very clearly a test piece. So we'll see how this goes, and hopefully the stitches are coming out as we expect in this. This machine's made to go through a lot of layers, so I mean fleece is more or less nothing for this. All right. Seems pretty even top and bottom for the stitches on these, so I think we'll probably be good. All right. So I'm just gonna try just calling and saying changing needles, probably fixing it. Make sure double fold the fleece. Oh yeah, no, I always do at least 2 layers of fleece when I'm doing my tests. All right. So got my liners here. 2 sizes of collars, so I got 2 sizes of liners. And so these ones I think are my shorter liners. These ones here are my longer liners. So you got, yeah, collars size 1 and size 2. There we go. Easy peasy. And 5 holes can be the size 1. Cool. Do you have a wolf mask, Asterian? We don't have, we have an Anubis mask in this moment, so that's more like a jackal. We're gonna be selling a wolf mask very soon. I'm hoping within the next couple weeks that we will have that. Good question, Therian. All right. So we're gonna apply tape for our liner. We're gonna make these. Yeah, these are super comfortable. Like this layer of leather on the inside makes all the difference on a heavier collar with lots of hardware to it. So it's been nice to be able to have these for people. Heck, I forgot my guide again that I use to kind of like line everything up. That's okay. I'll do it by eye. I think I'll probably be okay. So this just is me taking time and prepping the piece for this so that way I can not spend time fussing with it and just sew it on. All right. Cool. Yeah, I want to make sure I keep checking on chat because I miss people coming in to the stream otherwise. So yeah, hoping for some warmer weather soon. I know some people, depending on where you're at, are probably already having some warmer weather, but here in Wisconsin, we are definitely still experiencing a lot of the end of winter. So for those of y'all snowbirds or living in warmer climates, my jams are jelly. I'm ready to get to it. I'm really excited to do some grilling this year, honestly. I love, as soon as the weather gets warmer, firing up the grill and having a nice, relaxing evening, sitting out by the grill, and hanging out with my, my roommate, and just enjoying that. So, yeah. But it's good. How about any of you? What are your favorite summer activities to do? Oh, thank you, Dia. Appreciate that. You have to go? All right. Very good. Thank you. And you're welcome to hop on our next one. Yep. I stream regularly, so hop in whenever you like. Okay. So I got this ready, and we'll throw this one on and sew it down. There we go. Beautiful. These look so much better now that I've been doing them laser cut too. Like they're all perfect, which I love. Favorite summer activities: visiting, clothing, optional hot springs. Nice. Yeah, I've never really been to a hot spring before. I mean, I've been to an onsen when I went to visit Japan, but that's the closest I've really been to an actual proper hot spring. Yeah, that new needle is really nice. It's like butter. Yeah, having properly sharp tools makes all the difference, for sure, in making things. But I'm all over the DIY. Alright. Dandy. This part here is decently challenging to do to make sure that it looks right. Obviously, when you're sewing things that the stitches are visible, you don't have a lot of leeway for making mistakes. So hopefully everything comes out correctly for you. So yeah, there's a one, all done and sewn up. So 7 to go, and that will be our Hellhound liners, and we just get to put all the hardware on, so that's exciting. We may be able to finish. I'll see how many we can do on stream. I know the time's going to go really quick. I'm almost to our 6 o'clock, so we got a little bit more time. At least an hour and 10 minutes left in our stream. Yeah, for me, being able to go out and go running, and as well as just, doing summer grilling would definitely be my favorite summer activities. I don't really go to pools much. We did end up buying a pool last year. I got into a car accident. Wasn't my fault, but I ended up still losing well more than the value of my car out of it. So with the settlements, I ended up, part of it was just I bought a pool that, I don't know, it's a lot of work and maintenance to do, and I don't really swim in it all that often. So yeah, I don't know if I really feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of it. So whether I end up keeping it around this year or not, I don't really know. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Beautiful. All right, so that side's done. And we'll do this side. Yeah, this is, like, for me, very calming whenever I get to do any creative crafting process. Just because seeing the results coalesce out of nothing, we just made this out of just some scraps of leather and hardware, and then you get to make finished products out of it that people are really gonna love and people really connect over. Like, that is very satisfying to me. So that's why I do it. That's why I keep doing it. Definitely is not for the bucks. I'll tell you that. There we go. I feel there's a lot more boring things in the world that probably make more money. But that's not really my calling in life, is it? It's to make things. And I think it always was. There we go. Put that liner on there. Pretty. Very nice. Yep, some Wars and Pieces creation. Need to float in it? I know. Okay, let's see. Favorite summer activities. I need to float it. Yeah, I know. I got some floaties for it too. Just one of the things that we gotta continue to take time to do. It's like, for me, it's like the maintenance, right? And it's important to do. And the chemicals, I don't like using chlorine. I like using Baquacil. So it's like a non-chlorinated option. I mean, salt water is the best, but salt water is extremely expensive setup to do. And salt really will corrode all of your components, so you really got to be set up for it. I was looking at it last year, and I was like, there's no way. I can't. I'd love to, but it just wasn't going to happen. That's okay, though. the other methods work fairly well. Just remember to take the time to maintain your pool. But yeah, I would probably get more into it if there was, you know, I don't really host as many people at my house as I used to. So that's definitely a factor. You know. There we go. Just gotta do the final lap around the end of this, and cool, all done. And snip our threads. Yeah, I got some new snips. These little anodized ones. When I was at DragonCon, they were very cool to see that they had those. Oh, they cut the top of this, but not the bottom. Well, heck, I'm gonna fix that. So sometimes I gotta pull stitches a little bit, and then I gotta go through the same track. Like the top looks like a cut, but the bottom just wandered a little bit, unfortunately, so I gotta fix that up. Which is not the end of the world here. There we go. Perfect. All right, cool. And snip that line. That's why we look. Make sure everything is where it needs to be. Yeah, that's much better. Cool. Clean up our threads here. I don't like having errant dangly threads anywhere, if I can help it. There we go. Perfect. Get this one right here. Oop. Cool. All right, that's 2. And then, you know, let's keep sewing some more liners on. But yeah, I'll be definitely in a lot calmer of a mindset once I'm all set up for first squirt. I feel like, you know, I've been doing shows for such a long time, and yet at the same time, I still end up getting a little bit of a jitters trying to like wrap my mind around what it's going to be, and you know, the setup and like all the variables. Like obviously limiting as many of those variables beforehand makes life a lot better, but there's always gonna be stuff you can't plan for. So, you know, trying to get through as many things as you can in the time that you have is ideal for anything really. I mean, just talking like broadly, but yeah, the process of doing conventions and trade shows, it's not undertaken lightly. There's a lot that's involved both during the show, and then of course post-show follow-up. They have all the, you know, if you got stock to put back, and you've got all the follow-ups, taxes to pay, other shows that for us, like, it's a pretty much constant process of one show to the next. And like there's other people that are in our world, like Lady Prudence here, if she's still on the stream, that do exactly that. It's from show to show, and because that's how we make our living. So it's a whole process, you know. If you end up being in that world, you know, where you're basically vending or performing or whatever you're doing, it's kind of like gig economy in its own way, but it's more like crafting gig economy almost. But it's good. I mean, it's definitely not without its risks and rewards for sure. Perfect. Love that. Hey, welcome. Is that Dark Boy? Dark Boy, welcome. Welcome, Dark Boy. We're making some Hell of a Hound collars today, so sewing on some leather liners at the moment, and then we're gonna make them into finished pretty collars. So excited to share that process with you today. All right. Yeah, this is sewing pretty cleanly, Vixis, so not too shabby. Cool. Yeah, I think some of my problem with the other one is when I go to turn the collar, sometimes the leather liner underneath gets stuck on the feed dogs. And when it does that, that causes it to shift a little bit. So that's something I need to make sure I account for. Yeah, I'll be the one who will sit there be nerding out about construction techniques and crafting things. Because that's what I do. Like, I'm passionate about it, right? So if there's any one thing that I enjoy out of this, it's getting to make stuff. Because that's what I like. And sharing it. Obviously, you know, sharing what you're passionate about is always very inspiring, too. It's like whenever I see people coming into our booth, like, I like seeing what they make, right? Yeah, everybody's hanging out, chilling, watching the sewing process. It's all good. Yeah, in a way, so we have the shows that we do, talking of the convention grind. There's some shows we've been doing for a very long time, like SakuraCon out in Seattle. This will be the first year that we've not gone in probably 15, 16 years, just because it gets so expensive to go out there. And the last few years have been a very big uphill battle with that. Because, of course, first we all closed down for COVID stuff. And then when we came back, they started building a new convention center in Seattle that was like right down the street from the other one, maybe like a quarter mile down the road. But then they split the convention between the two buildings, and they did not have an easy way for people to get between them. So like all the events some of them would be in the original building, the Arch building, and like all the vending and some events would be in the new Summit building. So yeah, the costs, went up because now the convention has to rent two convention centers, so that's not ideal. And they also have they increased their dealer room a little bit, but they increased their artist alley by a ton. Like the entire building that was a mix of artists and dealers before now is just artists. And so I think they had to quadruple or quintuple the size of the room. So that wasn't great because there's just more people competing for, maybe a few more attendees, but not a lot more attendees for sure. So, costs go up and then the amount we bring in for a show goes down. Couple that with it's a 2-day drive each direction to and from Seattle. So it's like, it's getting kind of pricey. So after a while, I can't justify going out there anymore, which is not great because I really like the Pacific Northwest a lot. It's beautiful out there. But I can't place my desire to go there in front of, our good as a company, unfortunately. So, you got to make your decisions when you do. Sometimes you have to make those tough calls. And that's fine. Hopefully it improves, and maybe we can see if we can come back at a later time. I'd love that. I'd love that for all of us. I know we will be missed out there. I have a lot of friends out that way too that I'd like to see, but unfortunately, it's just not always possible to do. But like all things in life, you work with the hand you're dealt, and then you can just do the best you can to steer for the future. So that's kind of what you get. There we go. So I want to make sure I line up a little bit. This is just a little wide. So I didn't bring my guide in here, so I need to make an adjustment on my liner. Boop. Beauty. There we go. So let's see. Cute gray cat. What's that? We're making some collars. So I'm putting liners on the collars right now. So I'm sewing those on. Yeah. That's what I'm making. So I got, this is the fourth one. I'm making 8 collars today. So it's going to take me a minute to get all this stuff together, but it's all good. this up gently, bring it over. So this topper. Yep, just basically running a little box around these. That's what I'm doing. And then we're gonna populate this with some hardware. My favorite part. Yeah, seeing it all come together at the end is very satisfying. There we go. All right. And that's the fourth one. I got 4 to go. So this does take a minute, but you know, for the comfort that it adds to the collar, I'm very happy with how they turn out. So that's the liner now sewn onto there, if you can see that a little bit better. All right, so these ones are done, and I'll swap these ones out for my other ones, my size 2s. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely would not say I'm like the most eloquent person or, you know, necessarily the most charismatic, but I am genuine in what I do, and I think that that really goes a long way. You know, I don't really have anybody that I'm really pretending to be, just being myself and being candid with everybody, and I think that that's really important. In a world where, you know, it's harder to do and harder to be yourself because the world does not really necessarily reward that in ways. So I think that, at least for me, you know, in my role in this, at least showing that I am a genuine critter and friendly, obviously, on top of that, goes a long way in that. There's sometimes I feel like I'm definitely more eloquent than others, or, you know, but I definitely would not call myself a sparkling conversationalist by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, just like doing things, and I like supporting people leading their best lives. Love y'all stuff. Keep up the great work. Aw, thank you. Appreciate. Who is that? I can't even read that easily. Jakornaki. Jakornaki. Neat name. I like it. Confused me a bit because my brain tried to read it and I had to read it real slow like, but we get there. Yeah, usually if people have their usernames, some I can read easier than other ones. So, yeah. But if someone corrects me in that, I take no offense. So if you have a certain way that your username or your name is said, just please let me know. I always want to make sure I treat people with respect as well. Just like I would like to be treated. So that's kind of my philosophy in things. Good way to be. Okay. 5 of 8. We got this. Rounding the bend to the last half. Yeah, this part is really satisfying to do though. Get these out of my way. These longer collars do take a little more table space, so I find myself wanting to clear the working space a little bit better, so that way I can not be, you know, shoving things off the table accidentally, or, you know, it's easier to work with a clean space. Yeah, one thing I noted too on this machine, if you're still watching VIX, is when you're running these things, I don't know if it happens to you as much, but if I'm running leather and I notice that there's a little bit of smoke coming up, I think there's too much friction and the needle may be dull. Like I can't run it full open. I still can't run it full open on this, it will start to smoke a little bit. and not like big, but you can see it's like definitely causing some friction to cause it to heat up, especially going through leather. I think that's definitely a thing. All right, 5 of 8, all done. Oh, good, you got it. You gonna be at AMKI this year? Yes, I will be at AMKI, personally. That's one of our local shows, so I try to hit as many of those as possible, as well as First Square this weekend and Milwaukee Pride in June. Trying to think of any other. We do a lot of Milwaukee stuff generally lately, just because it's so close for us. You know, it's a pretty light lift for us to head up there. All right. Cool. Maybe time to order some more of my tape soon. What to do? Yep, I got a few liners to go. Like this part's kind of like it's actually a way better way to do this now than what I was doing before. They used to be such a pain to try to run these through, but this method is a lot better for me. So no complaints. I'm just hoping now, it's like in the back of my mind, like it does every time, like when we send our crew out and I'm not there, and just, you know, hoping to get there okay, hoping that the weather is not going to be a problem. And obviously, worrying about stuff doesn't change the result of it, so it's kind of pointless to worry. But of course, the brain wants to do that, right? You think of like the what ifs. But, you know, knowing they'll be okay and then doing my best to support from, you know, the role of not being there. Obviously, I've got my own show to run this weekend, so not like it's something where, you know, last weekend I was home and they went out. And so I stayed back to, you know, run things here at the office and whatnot. But then, you know, when I've got my own stuff to worry about as well, well, I think it's almost better in a way, because then when they're out at the show, I tend to get more focused on what I've got going on. And so it kind of precludes me from, you know, spending more time in mental effort trying to think about what may be going on with theirs. And I can wait for them to just reach out to me and see what's, you know, actually going on. Although, you know, in my role here, it's like I'm never really truly off of work, so I'm usually always on call on some capacity. And so very many times when it's just on my time and, you know, something goes wrong, or the van breaks, or the credit card's not behaving, or whatever. And so, you know, I'm just very much in the mindset of, you know, kind of always being on some capacity, and it can be very tiring over years, but, you know, you deal. Figure it out. Doesn't happen to the furs for you? I see. Yeah, no, I think it's only on leather, Vixis. Yeah, I think it's just because of the friction of that caused that to happen. That's okay. Yeah, the other day I treated myself to some Frank's Diner. And if any of you have been to the Kenosha area, Frank's Diner is like one of those historic food places. They've been around since like the 1930s or something. And it's a really cool, it's like a renovated train car in downtown Kenosha. And their signature food is called a garbage plate. And it is like eggs, hash browns, your choice of meat, veggies, whatnot. And it's so good, especially because they serve it with like their homemade toast, if you want, or like French toast, but their homemade toast is really where it's at. And like, I don't really try to go for stuff too often because obviously a lot of carbs for me, but I do treat myself sometimes. So I had Frank's the other day and it was so good. So if anybody is in the Kenosha area, definitely hit up Frank's Diner. Highly would recommend. So I got last 2 to go, and then we're going to go on to the spikes for portion of the collar making. There we go. Yeah, I'm wondering what other type of content, because I mean right now I'm making things, and that's fine. Like I'm literally just doing what I would do normally, just on camera. But what other kinds of content y'all would like to see from us? Obviously, we do the Quality Fur Network. That was fun to do because we set up the dance floor and got all dressed up, and we were answering questions and telling you about our fur items and stuff we had on sale. That one, the first one was kind of like off the cuff, so it didn't quite work out the way we wanted it to, but it did fine. It did well enough, and a lot of people, it was well attended, so there was that. But I guess the real question is, if there was other kinds of content we were going to make, what would y'all like to see us make? Oh yeah, definitely check them out. Yeah, if you get a chance to. Yeah, Frank's is great, and super good food there. They have like drinks and stuff too, but I'm not much of a day drinker. But they do have that stuff there. I mean, like, you know, there's like the joke about Wisconsin booze. They have like the cheapest booze in the country. And that's not for nothing. I think per capita we have just as many or more bars as we do like churches. That's fine though. But yeah, no, Frank's is real good. I would recommend. But yeah, if you have any other content or stuff you'd like to see from us, I'd be kind of curious to know what y'all think. All right, with the last two here, and then these ones are going to be done, and we're going to throw some spikes on them. And there's 8 collars, 48 spikes gonna be, so gonna be a bit of spiking to do. That's good. I had at least 3 of these were on for orders and everything else on for stock, so at least we'll have some for stock for Fur Squared. I do occasionally make different color swap varieties just for funsies. Our HR Caracal wanted a black and gray one for them, and so I obliged. And of course, since I'm all about the monochrome, I was kind of jelly about it, and so I made myself a monochrome one as well in the same style, and I made a third one for sale. So that was like a black and gray version. I kind of wanted to make a red with black spike version. I know that was like it's a requested color. Like people have wanted that, so I may crank one of those out, time willing. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it on the stream today. I mean, we're kind of rounding the bend on that, but I will definitely put on for very soon, because as I say, I have my other color swaps I did recently on stream, and those were really fun to make too. Like for me, I just like seeing them come together just as much as, you know, other people do wearing them. So it's a fun process. Like I do not mind that. Of all the things I do here at Pawstar, this is one of the things I enjoy probably the most, is just making things. The other thing I enjoy the most would be hanging out with customers, actually. Just getting to see and meet people that share our interests is really fun for me, so. There we go. Last one. Boop. Perfect. I've got one more tape to put on, and then we're all done with this. We get to go play with spikes. Those ones are another type that I can't really use the automated screwdriver for. There's just too much torque. And sometimes that's a good thing, you know, I'm putting in like the little spikes, but when it comes to putting in like the big spikes or stuff where it's like kind of sensitive, like the cage collars, I really can't do it on that. And that's fine. Like, as long as I get to use it on some things, that works out pretty well. Okay, great. Yeah, without my background music here, it's so quiet. Like, I can't talk to hear myself talk, but also just making some liners. All pretty. Cool. And then the top. And we're all good. All right. Last one. We got this. Now on to the finishing. All right. Cool. Yeah, I finally, after a few adjustments, like it took me a few times trial and error to get the sizing of my liners right, but I think I have a pretty good idea for how I want to size stuff in the future. All right. Okay. And that's my last stitches. All done. Give it a trim. Clean up these pieces. And for those of y'all hung out there, thank you so much for your patience as I went through and boxed out and made all these collars. All right, cool. Let's clean everything up because I like leaving a clean workstation where possible. And the tail gets stuck in the chair. It does that. Okay, cool. Boop. Okay, I'm gonna retrieve my tripod and let's go do some hardware. Yeah. $24, $24. Down. 8. Collars? I'm so confused. Okay. All right, so. Oh, hey, Tyler. Okay, cool. Back over to the leather station to put some hardware on these now. 12 waiting for me. 12 what? What, I got 12? You were saying 12 something.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. Thanks. And it took me longer to figure out what was even being said, but appreciated. It's all good.
I pulled a black because I wasn't sure if you knew.
Yeah, no, it's all good. And this is looks like a blank piece. These are all just scrap though, so I can at least clear this off of my desk here. Heh. I'm like, I get it now that I'm here, but you're like 12 something, 12 what's going on? Like, yeah, that's good. So that's 2 of those 4, and I'll need to do, yeah, both black and chrome. So everyone's doing some background work for me, being little elves in a moment. Okay, so now I just gotta get my choop choop bowls and start putting some more of these out. So 4 in chrome and 4 in black. There you go. So I can definitely reduce my time on these ones because I left these running while I was cooking. While I was cooking in there. So I need to take some time off. There we go. Because I know about how long these take me to run, and it ain't that long. 53. Cool. Perfect. And we'll get some more hardware out. Thanks, Kuro. All right, so that's 6, and I'll need 24 per color. So 24 black, 24 chrome. That's fine. On an extender, it's perfectly reasonable. Are those for stock for me?
No, this is part of the bulldog.
Oh, gotcha. Those are 9-inch, not 10-inch, right? Yeah, like they look similar.
Not quite the same.
Yep, almost. Hey, Gotta work on our charades. Yeah, I'm awful at charades. Tyler, I think you're getting thrown between lives, but I think you fixed it. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, we'll throw as many of these things in here as we have in the box. I need to pull out some more boxes of these, I'm pretty sure. Those 24 spikes per style, 24 chrome, 24 black. So that's another box of black down. I will make these for as long as I can, and then they will be gone. There'll be no more Hell of a Hounds for a while. I'm very happy to have made these. Like, these didn't really exist, and I'm happy to bring them into the world as such. Let me get another Choop Choop bowl for these ones. Yeah, I'm really bad at reading lips and charades, so if there's ever a game, I'm probably gonna lose it. You just finished packing for First Squared? Yeah, you're headed out there? Yeah, I'll be headed out there tomorrow. I think they said the deal room access for us was 8 o'clock at night, which is pretty late. So I'm hoping to get into it earlier because I don't want to be setting up all night and have to rinse and repeat and head back early in the morning, which I already kind of feel is going to happen. I'm going to be tired. One tired critter. Well, that's okay. I've been more tired and had to do work in those conditions, so it's all good. Half an hour left. I think I'll probably crank out a chunk of these at least. But happy to get these done and off my list though. So I got a bunch to do. And I still got a bunch of the plate collars I still got to finish processing through as well. The old stock, then make the new stock of those too, so. And I know that we make a new style, those are just like the furry paw print. And so we have like the Pawstar logo as part of that, so. Hopefully I get a chance to make some of those for the show because I've only got a few left that didn't get sold at the last couple shows. Okay, so now I'm gonna need to make some Pictionary. I played Pictionary like once. Do you got any more? Need 8.
I think I've got, let's see.
I'll take what you got. What am I heading to the game? Oh, hi, Meowie Paws. Welcome. 5, I'll take it. I'm going to be heading out tomorrow, probably on your new phone. Nice. Hopefully that didn't take you too long to configure. Heading out tomorrow around, I'll check and I'll see. On the Telegram, they say that they'll let us know if we can get in early. The latest I would leave here is around 7 to get me up there around 7:45. But I was hoping I can get access to the dealer room a little bit earlier. If we get in there by 6, I would love that for us. So I would leave here around 5. So between 5 and 7, I'll leave for up there. And hopefully I can get a good showing of it. Because, I mean, the dealer room spaces are smaller. I don't have to set up like the whole huge booth like we normally do. But at the same time, it is not. There have a lot of product to fit in there. And I've only got 2 sets of paws to do it, so. If you want to come out early, you can hang out. I got so much stuff. I would love to hang out. I have so much stuff to do between now and then. I still want to try to see if I can crank out some more paw collars tomorrow. And I know they still want me to do some cutting, and I still have to do admin work too. So I don't know if hanging out on Thursday before setup is going to be in the cards. Maybe after dealer room closes on the con days, that maybe. But I just don't see it happening for tomorrow. I just got way too much going on.
Where's this one convention?
Baird Center.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like downtown Milwaukee.
I was gonna say, if you're driving up and driving back, we can get there at some point.
Yeah, no, it's coming up from that side. It's like kind of a detour to come over this way. Yeah, I know. I'll see how stuff's gonna go for that. I'd almost rather see you have Anime Milwaukee coming up, so I want to make sure that we can get as much product for that as possible because it's going to be a decently busy show. Oh yeah, helping stage stuff and get stuff like brought in, that would definitely be a help. As far as setup, the space is rather small because FurryCon booths can be small, so it's only like 16 or 18 feet wide by like 4 or 6 feet deep. It's like a narrow, thin thing. So that's kind of what we have to deal with for space. But yeah, as far as like staging and getting stuff out of the vehicle and getting stuff up to the dealer room, would love that. Definitely love that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. And these will be the last of the pieces that I need for the keepers. Then I just need to get out some hardware, which for me is mostly just going to be, where's your heater, Bex?
Maybe took it.
Well, she gone now.
I'll be gone half an hour.
All right. Also, like, there's more heaters than there's people in here for certain. So someone's stealing one for somewhere. Because I had a 5th one that I bought, specifically for leather. And a 6th one, which was supposed to have been on the way that never came. So
I know Jimmy had been stealing tucks.
Doggo wears a coat at all times. Does not need a heater. Uh-huh.
It's just me and Andy stealing back and forth. We're fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, our setup is a thing. Is it pancake small? No, it's bigger than pancake, Kuro. It's maybe twice the width and twice the depth of pancake. But we have a lot more to merch. Like for pancake, we brought like a couple small bins. For this thing, we got a lot. Plus mega tails for this one. So we got to figure out how to fit all that stuff in there. So mostly just getting stuff up to the booth will be the biggest part of what we're doing.
Is it comparable to Bitchcraft? Because that was the Baird Center.
Bitchcraft was a 10 by 10.
Okay.
So that was just a single booth setup. This will be wider and narrower. Like normal convention, not normal, but like anime conventions, Comic Cons, like the standard booth setup is like they sell them in 10-foot cubes. Furry cons often have booth spaces that are very weird. Let's just say that they're non-standard, and they're all standard to themselves, but they're usually smaller size form factors of booth. I don't know.
And these are going up with you, right?
Yeah. It's going to be Sybil and I running up in Gigapaw tomorrow. Let's see. Do I have buckles over here before I get too involved in stuff? No, I know. I have so much of the stuff from my last. I should probably clean up this stuff from my last build that I did.
Over there.
Yeah, I know. I was getting greedy with the hardware. Don't need a...
From you.
That's fine. You're using for your project, so I accept.
For everything you've given me, I think I can steal those from
That's acceptable. That's perfectly reasonable.
you. On terms of trade, okay.
Yeah. Equivalent exchange.
Well, I mean,
Oh. Reminds me, I need to bring some goggle strap for our friend who has goggles that he needs some strapping for. So I'm going to bring a decent hunk of that as well. This is not exactly the size. This is more like a 5/8, but it's fine. It did remind me that I need to bring some with.
that looks about right to me.
Yeah, that's like more like a 3/4. It's close. But this is thick too, so it should help. Hey, Sakari, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the stream.
So you've got a possum, I'm a raccoon. Between the two of us,
Yeah, exactly, forest critters. Yeah, I don't know where the Mega Megas are going to go. We'll figure that part out. That is very much to be determined. All right, 1.5 rings. Well, we'll figure out a space for them. Maybe the whole point is we just got to sell some in order to make room for the other stuff, right? Realistically, though, short answer is probably going to be on the ends of the booth, most likely. Ooh, since I don't need these rings, for some reason I think I pulled too many. I can at least put this one back. Clean up. At least put this one back. Clean up my space a little bit. Do you have chrome over there? Chrome 2-inch?
2 rings?
Yeah.
I don't have the bag anymore. But sure, toss them.
You have at least one more that you probably don't need. You're welcome. Happy to help.
Well, it can go with like the 2 of every other size ring.
Yeah. No, it's all good. All right, that one and that one. Okay, cool. Clear some space. Yeah, I know. Exactly.
It works.
Ooh, I have 1 buckle. Good. I just need to grab 3 more of those. Well, like those ones have so many different pieces of hardware too. It's not easy because I had to grab, both sizes, styles, and all the different spikes in them. There's a lot going on in those collars, to be fair. All right, 1/2 inch buckles, bam, and 1.5 buckles, bam. Yeah. All right. Shopping. Got our buckles here. Got you. Sell some, and then I'll make that lingering Mega Pepper Fox. Ooh, Mega Pepper Fox. Cute. That'd be awesome. Oh, do fursuit makers use a machine or do they sew by hand? I'm not sure. I see some sewing by hand. Yeah, it's actually a really good question. A lot of people do hand sewing on them. I've seen my own share of the tutorial videos on them. I know that some of the things can be sewn by hand, but often also by machines. So yeah, like Victor says, it's both, and it depends on where you're sewing it, and if you need to do like flat seaming or whatever. There's different methods for applying fur and upholstering a fursuit head. So yeah, it depends on where exactly you're going to be sewing it at. Okay, so I don't need these kind of buckles. They got the wrong kind. So I'm gonna grab my stainless ones over here, which I use specifically for some harnesses and for my Hell of a Hounds. Yeah, the process of making fursuit heads is really complex, but also very, very cool. Like there's a lot of different techniques. Oh, thank you, Gigi. Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. Do you go to conventions or trade shows at all? I often try to see, like where people discovered us at. So 2 of them are chrome or plus size, and oh, okay, I didn't grab enough. Okay, so I need to do well more chrome than black. Only 2 black here. So I grabbed, that's fine. That's all good. So I just need to get more chrome spikes out. I'm glad I double checked on that. So I was to do the thing of going to autopilot. Oh, I love my videos. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. No, we've been doing we got into TikTok kind of late, honestly. I wish we would have hopped into it earlier. It's honestly by far our biggest social media platform. Although we are trying to get into doing more videos on Twitch and YouTube and probably, I don't know where else we would go. Oh, you're from Brazil. Excellent. Thank you for joining us. You always like to see where people are from. You actually had several people from Brazil. I'm wondering if there's a Brazilian furry con. I would be interested to know. Because we are looking to get out to some international shows. Neko Bunny, hi Pawstar, it's amazing to see you all stream. I can't wait to see you all again at con. Heck yeah. No, I'm just doing some Hell of a Hound collars today for some orders. Plus I have some stock I wanted to make up for these upcoming shows because we're doing First Squared this weekend. What shows do you go to normally? Is it?
Yeah, January 13th, Brazil Tour Fest, July 18th to 20th. It's Heroes and Villains this year.
Here's okay, cool. So January there is a furry con in
July,
January and July too, huh?
it was posted in January, but it's
Oh,
in July.
in July. Oh,
In January, but it's
oh,
in July.
in July. Okay, heck.
It's the national in Nicaragua, Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo, that'd be cool.
Your bum will face the villain with them.
I love that.
Will choose their size in this epic adventure.
That's cool.
Amazing.
I'm down for that. No.
Look at this.
Oh. Oh yeah.
It's so cute.
Definitely, I would totally do that.
Brazil for Fest. Cool.
Brazil Fur Fest, I'm down. It was obviously Free Weekend LA, BLFC, AZFC. Heck yeah, that's a decent showing of those. Those are all really cool shows. I've not been to Free Weekend LA. This is going to be our first year at that. But I think Mr. Raccoon's going to be doing that show, and I'll be hanging back to do a local show because it's Free Weekend LA. Is that their first year? Because I know we do BLF. Now BLFC we do. What's the other one out there? I'm trying to think of the other LA furry show we did last April. No, my mind's blanking on it right now. GSFC, Golden State Fur Con, that one. Yeah. So we'll see how that one goes. I'm excited to see, and obviously we like to support as well. So 2 plus size black. Yeah, I know we're trying to hit some more different shows and see what is there to be seen. We do like supporting the smaller shows as well. Just kind of give them good vendors and help show our support of the community. Yeah, nope, always more furry lives, never enough, 100%. Yeah, making some of these hell of a hounds. These are definitely my favorite collars to make right now. Kay asked, do you guys do Comic-Cons? Yeah, we have done Comic-Cons in the past. We don't tend to do as many now as we used to. But we do, occasionally. C2E2 is one we were trying to get into this year. That's our local one, and I don't think that's going to work out for us, unfortunately. We do try to get to as many as we can. Alright, I'm going to set some more of these rivets in here, and that way we'll have ourselves, just so we got to step down the collar portions, and then we start putting all the holes in for spikes. But no, it's always nice to be able to connect with people both in and out of shows, as well as figure out where did y'all find out about us? Because we've been around for such a long time, I don't even know. It could be anywhere. We were like, I think I know you. I'm like, you probably do. Been around for a hot minute. Yeah, Indie Comic Con. Yeah, no, there's a few that we do. Not as many. It tends to be the people that want to shop with us are more likely to shop at anime cons and furry. And now lately we're also trying to, the new venture for us is obviously Ren Fairs. And then we're doing Ren Fairs, Prides, and we're going to try hitting music festivals, actually, to try to see how that goes. I don't think necessarily in our first year here we're going to do, EDC or Electro Forest or anything. Those are very big shows and expensive booths. But I would like to, at some point, to give it a shot. I feel like there's definitely a lot of people that go there, and our type of merch. I know I've been to enough music events and raves and stuff that there's people wearing our gear there. Even if they're not furries, they're definitely kimono mimi people just wearing ears and tail and just enjoying. And we have blacklight fur.
How are you doing on these, by the way? Just the
I'm great. I have tons of posts, so my posts are full.
I was carrying more, I wasn't sure if I was splitting.
Yeah. Chaos, have you guys ever come to Michigan at all, or MFF? Yeah. Midwest Fur Fest is the first show we ever did in 2005. and I think that's our longest running one now officially. So as of 2025, we've been doing that show for 20 years. So yeah, we do MFF every single year. Michigan, we have tried to get into Motor City Fur Con, but we've not had a success with it yet. Although we keep trying, so at some point we would like to. We do Michigan. We're looking at some Michigan Pride, as well as we do YomaCon as well. So that's up at the Huntington place in downtown Detroit. So that show we do as well. Ooh, Kalamazoo Comic-Con. Okay. Yeah, we were looking for a couple more shows, and I guess for us right now, because we're starting to fill up our shows for the year, trying to figure out like what's going to be the best for us. Obviously, we try to hit as many as we can, but it's not always easy to get around. And so if we have ones maybe a little bit smaller or closer, these days we might favor that over ones. Obviously, like running out to the coasts is very expensive, so we're much less likely to find us out in like LA or Seattle or New York as you will like in the Midwest. Obviously regional stuff for us within like 8 or so hours, like that's kind of like the sweet spot for us. I mean, that's why we consider like I call it 8 to 10 hours close for us. So well, that one didn't make it all the way through to snap. I think that there we go. They didn't press it down enough. Oh, no. It just didn't soft set very well. It's okay. Yeah, I'll be able to finish off on these today, and if I'm lucky, tomorrow I'll be able to get into making some more of the plate collars with the paw prints on them. Since we have a furry show this weekend, I want to make sure I can maximize the amount of gear I wanted. I want to be able to try to make those giant collar tags too. But I don't know if it's going to be in cards for me. I just got a lot on right now. But we've got a lot of really cool products I'm super excited to share with you. So if you're going to come see us at the con, or if you're part of Club Pawstar, you'll be able to see them quicker than anybody else. So definitely got some options to check that out. All right. Just got to set the buckle in for 2 more of these, and then we can start putting some spikes in. Yeah, I know, the giant tags. I was excited. Kay, I wanted to go to MFF in Chicago, but you couldn't. I didn't know how to tell my mom to let you go. Oh, yeah, that's kind of hard to do. Like we were talking about this before too. Like if parents aren't supportive, or they'll let you go with a friend group that they trust you to be with. Like that's kind of hard to do, and then you almost need to wait until you're of an age you can make those decisions for yourself, or find some other way to get out to those shows. You work with what you got, and obviously, you have your interests. You got like the furry fandom, and you got all your friends. But then sometimes if you just don't have the support of your folks to go, you just kind of work with that best you can. But you'll get there. Just hang in there. It gets better. All right. This last one, and then I get to start putting holes in them and start populating the spikes. So I will make sure I get at least one finish so y'all can see. But we're like right on the last step, so this is the part that actually takes the least amount of time amongst all of this. But that being said, they are not a quick build item. They do take a minute. All right, that looks pretty good. Y'all can see? Cool, great. Yeah, make sure to move and stretch.
I did earlier. I was just like doing it from
Oh my word. Yeah. You can tell you're old when you start feeling stiff and sore a little bit extra. I mean, I take glucosamine, and I also do like.
Oh no, I need to take
Okay,
it more.
yeah.
Here's the thing though, is this company is 1 year more than 3/4 of my life old. I'm turning 28.
Yeah.
It's been around for 20, like, frame of reference, but also why am I 28 and I feel just like...
Yeah. It do be that way. Let's do your best. Ride to beer shortly. See you later. Okay, cool. Was drive safe, fly or get driven around safe, and hopefully see you tomorrow at the show. Yeah, hit me up whenever. Well, I'll hit you up when I'm kind of there. Okay, the thing is, I don't know how my mom or family's with furries, even though I've recently in the fandom. Oh, have you talked to them about being, or are you kind of just feeling anxiety about maybe having a conversation? Because that's definitely not an easy conversation to have, especially if you don't know if your folks are going to be supportive or not. So, like, I get it. Yeah. You know. So, like, especially if like you say that and all of a sudden, you know, they get an idea of what it is, or like a wrong idea of what it is, or they maybe are prejudiced against that kind of thing, and then now all of a sudden, now you've made your life worse. So I get that. So hopefully that's something you can navigate, even if you have to navigate delicately in the beginning. So
I heard it's like a costume convention. But I ran with the taxi.
yeah,
It's like a costume convention.
yeah, costume convention. Yeah, cosplay. For sure. And a lot of people, like, even like there's shows like anime shows and whatnot, that they're still have people that have, they have different kind of fandom interests than most things. But like anime is so widely consumed these days that just doesn't strike most people as being, you know, deviant or weird. Whereas like the furry fandom, if you don't really understand it, if you're outside of it, I can see how that can be like intimidating to people. They don't quite get it, you know, or they're not furries themselves. Like, I understand that. So, but yeah, you do your best at it. All right, now one more of these rivets to set, and then we start putting holes in the collar for the spikies. And then put the brand stamp in them. This is the one wide has all this chunky hardware that is a Pawstar brand. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Cool. Now, stamping them.
It's gonna be as loud as possible.
No, you're good. Manufacturing sounds so delightful. Everyone's got their shtick. Oh wow. I don't know what's going on there, but
I have questions.
well, it's you know, royalty-free EDM, so you kind of get what you get with that one. Something.
Certainly something.
Oh my word. But at least it does give me some wherewithal to have some background music without getting flagged. So, like, I'll take it. It's fine. All right. So I'll at least put the holes and spikes in here for 2 collars so y'all can see. Did you catch that, Vixus? Yeah, I think half of the people that were here probably caught that as well. Whoops. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's kind of how I'm rolling these days. Alright. Gonna mark a bunch of these first, and I'll do one chrome one black one, so at least you can see what I got going on here. For those of you just joining the stream, we're working on some Hell of a Hound colors. We're wrapping up on the very end of our day here. So there's a few minutes left and then we're gonna call it. Say our goodbyes and go off into the evening once we all do the relaxing rituals of what we all do. All right, and 2 to go. Yeah, I know. It's like it's those things when you're really close and it doesn't quite. You got to just do a little bit of extra work just to kind of do what you did, get to realize it proper. You'll get there. Just be tenacious. Either way, you'll make progress. You get there. Okay, so I know I needed to make the black ones are all the size 2, so I'll just go ahead and do those ones and get my hole punch. Hey Alex, welcome to the stream today. Yeah, for sure. Cardinals fan, can I get a tail free? Because my parents threw mine away. Aw. That's mean. I can't do for free. If I could give tails away for free, I would love to do that for everybody. But yeah, that's mean though that they would do that. Like. That's your own special stuff. Cat Betty, Gypsy, Rose, Bad Doggy. That's a heck of a name. Welcome. Yeah, we're making some Hell of a Hound collars right now. So we're doing the last steps here. Got about 6 minutes left, so I see if I can maybe crank at least 1 or 2 of these out for y'all to see what they look like as I finish them. So I'm putting the holes in them at the moment, and then we're gonna populate. Yeah, that's so mean. You gotta like get yourself a new tail and then just hide it really well. That's like, oh, I don't like that. Like just threw it away. Just okay, this thing that you really care about, just throw it away. Blows my mind. I don't have kiddos, but if I did, I would be so supportive. I would be like the 1000% supportive parent to do the thing. So, yeah, I don't get it. People like see something that they don't understand, and then rather than try to understand it, let's just get rid of this. Nope, we're just gonna just pitch that. Don't like it. Not a fan. Yeah. Hey, Nevy. You can call me Cat. Call you Cat? Yeah, I can call you Cat. That's easy. That's a heck of a username. Let me go grab some screws. Let's go shopping, shall we? Hey, Nevy. Okay, let's see. I need screws. All my big M6 screws for the big spikes. Big spikes get big screws. All right, so I'm gonna populate these ones, and all I need to do is remember, because I go into autopilot quite a bit, is just to match the buckle color and the spikes. The number of times I start putting the wrong color hardware on a wrong collar, it's like, oh my word. It's silly old clock. Brain's getting done for the day. It's been a heck of a day, and there's a lot of like rush, go time, get everybody packed up, and then now it's done to hang out and chat. So, hey Wolf, welcome back. yeah, we got a couple minutes left. I'm just trying to finish up a couple of these collars so y'all can see before we say goodnight. And my automatic lights are going to shut off in about 3 minutes, looks like. So that's fine. I've still got my front light, so we'll call it there. And yeah, let's see how many of these things we can get done. Cardinals fan, how much is a tail from you? Can someone buy you one? Aw. Oh, thank you, Vixis. Yeah, I need to make sure you got travel funds. Tails run from 25 to 50 or 60, depending on what size of tail. So not super expensive. I like to say ears cost about as much as a lunch, tails cost about as much as a dinner. But then you got them forever, or until your parents throw them out. So yeah, just hide it really good, and maybe put it in like backpack and stuff, and just wear it outside the house, and then just hide it before you get home. That's what I would do. Like if it was me, I just like do the thing, and then it's like, nope, this is my interest, has nothing to do with you, just doing my own biz. So there's a one. I think they finished tightening them down, but that's a hell of a hound collar. Very nice, leather lined. There you go. That's a one. Tightening them down, but that's a hell of a hound collar. Very nice, leather lined. There you go. That's a one. And yeah, and then I'll go ahead and make sure I fund them so that Chattanooga this weekend, because they got a lot of show to do, and I've got weekend. I'm excited. Think of it, and what you focus on grows. So do what you want. Make the world what you want. All you have is cash. Sounds like you need to come to a convention if all you got is cash. Oh, you're on the prepaid credit cards too. Wolf, when I can get a job, I'm gonna see if I can. And Pawstar, heck yeah. Yeah, you just let us know. We do custom work as well, so if you want to get something custom for you, we are taking commissions, and we have color swaps on our website like all the time, so those are options for you. Visa gift card.
You need to make cash into a card, get a Visa gift card. You can use it anywhere, and it's effectively just a use anywhere gift card. You
Yeah.
don't have to worry about bank account. You can just have.
Yeah. So I don't know if you caught that one, Cardinals. Cardinals fan. Yeah, Visa gift card. You can go and use cash and use that like a credit card wherever. So.
And half the time you can refill it.
Load them. Heck yeah. So that way, that one won't be one you could use.
My sister did that with her kiddos so that they could get used to knowing what that was like.
Oh yeah, that'd be a really good way, especially for a kiddo that they're not really ready for a credit card, but you could do like a preloaded card like that. Then you get to know what it's like having that digital form of payment. It's good wisdom. If you're locked down and all you've got is access to cash, that's how you can still leverage that and still use credit. But then if you're gonna buy something, you gotta be real careful where you get that shipped, because obviously you're gonna get that shipped to your house and they find it. Hey, Magic Man! In the 11th hour, like we're about to shut down. Oh, there we go. There's the lights. It's 7 o'clock. Bingo bongo. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna go to an area with more lights, and we'll call our stream and say our goodbyes there. But yeah, just no, you don't have to. I'm headed out too. So this is one of the Hell of a Hound collars in black. We just finished up. So dark here now. All right, off, and shut down my computer. Boop, 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 and then we'll go say our goodbyes here. This one, and that goes to that.